Hey, good morning. It's day 2 here in Grand Teton National Park, but it's the first day of my backcountry trip. We're heading on the Teton Crest Trail. Very excited. Just started this morning at the Taggart Lake trailhead and just hiking in to meet up with the main trail. Gonna end up in Death Canyon today. So still a little bit smoky, but you can actually see the mountains here. So pretty sweet there in the back, but it's gonna be an awesome day. All right, so it's the end of day 1 for the Teton Crest Trail inside Grand Teton National Park. I'm camping here in the Death Canyon, and definitely a challenging day, hiking over just about 13 miles. Pretty tough. The first like 5-6 miles are pretty flat to get from where I started, which is the Taggart Lake trailhead, to get you to the beginning of the Death Canyon hike up is pretty easy. But then once you get there, it's definitely an uphill push, and my pack is just so heavy that I'm really feeling the weight and putting all that stress on my legs. But solid day. Definitely a big highlight was seeing my friend Katie. So shout out Katie Burnett for being on the Grand Tetons Trail, which was just so random and cool because she's totally the one that got me to do this trip in the first place and helped me like figure out my itinerary and everything. So very cool. It's kind of clearing up, I think, a bit. The smoke was definitely pretty bad throughout the day, but it didn't really bother me too much because nothing that I was hiking had these big expansive views where the smoke was ruining it. So hoping for better views tomorrow. We're gonna hike up the Fox Creek Pass and then hike along the shelf to eventually end up at Alaska Basin. So solid day 1 out here on the Teton Crest Trail. Good morning. It's start of the second day for the Teton Crest Trail inside Grand Teton National Park. And the story so far is just absolutely perfect trail conditions. The perfect storm happened last night. Just a little bit of rain, and then it just turned into a perfectly blue sky day, so it got rid of all the smoke. So I'm just absolutely ecstatic that I get to really get good views of the canyon and everything. So we're hiking just along the end of Death Canyon and getting up to the Fox Creek Pass, and then we hike along the shelf for a little bit and then down to Alaskan Basin. Hey, I got to the top of the Fox Creek Pass here in Grand Tetons, and definitely a challenging hike up. Not too strenuous, like maybe took me like an hour and a half or so to climb a couple miles to get to the top of the shelf here. But pretty beautiful day. Wildflowers are amazing up here. Definitely one of the big draws. So I just got to hike about like 5 to 6 miles along the shelf to get to Alaska Basin. So everything is going great. Hey, welcome to the Alaska Basin here inside Grand Teton National Park. I finished with my second full day here out on the trail. It was an amazing day, starting from the Death Canyon camping area, hiking up to the Fox Creek Pass. It was pretty challenging, and then just an absolutely beautiful hike along the shelf all the way to the Meek Pass, and then you just hike down a little bit till you get to the Alaska Basin, which is where I'm at now. So nothing too strenuous of a day, about like 8 miles total. We'll have a little bit longer to go tomorrow, but this is just an absolutely perfect place to hang out for the day. I just jumped in the water, not freezing, finally got to properly bathe, so I feel it's great. And so yeah, just camping, a little bit away from the water. Just absolutely gorgeous spot. The sky's totally cleared up. All the smoke that was throughout this valley from California really got out of the whole area this last 24 hours or so. So very grateful for that. So gonna enjoy this amazing day and looking forward to another great day tomorrow. pretty crazy. It went from perfect blue sky day here in Alaska Basin, and now it is absolutely thundering and lightning like crazy. My tent is getting really tested right now, so definitely a good lesson that weather can change in the wilderness on a dime, and to always be ready, whether that's your site, dinner, all your stuff, that you're ready to go as soon as that storm hits, because you just don't know when it's going to hit. So, good morning from the Alaska Basin inside Grand Teton National Park, and it's the start of the third full day on the Teton Crest Trail. Definitely a pretty eventful night, actually, with some big storms coming through, but waking up to sunshine is always a great way to start the day. So got about 10 miles to hike today to get to the North Fork Cascade Camp area, hiking over Hurricane Pass, and it's probably where we'll do the next update. But just absolutely gorgeous little nook here, area to camp. It's just a small group of small little lakes just like this behind me, where you can just kind of find a spot to camp. And I already took my swim for the morning and feel great. Pack's definitely a little lighter, I appreciate that. So, gonna make this a great day. Welcome to the Hurricane Pass. It was pretty tough, like hour-and-a-half climb to get up here, but just absolutely gorgeous. You got one of the main Tetons there in the back. Just absolutely stunning. We're at like 10,500 feet or so. It was really pretty hike coming up here. Just wildflowers like crazy. Just absolutely gorgeous and super clear day. So very excited for that. Then I got like 7 miles left or so to get to the North Fork Cascade area of camping, and that will be the end of day 3 already. So pretty amazing spot right here, Hurricane Pass, inside the Grand Tetons. Hey, end of an absolutely amazing day here in Grand Teton National Park. Right now I'm here at the North Fork Cascade camping area, which is just south of Lake Solitude, and I am just so grateful of this incredible camping spot that I found. Bit of a good day to get here. It was like 11 miles hiking from Alaska Basin up to the Hurricane Pass, and then down the valley and a little bit up to get to where I am now. And I'm just so thrilled with this spot that I found. The way the backcountry camping works here is it's all split into zones, and so you have a permit for that zone, but not for a particular site. So as you're walking through these zones, you're kind of gambling. Do I stop here? Do I keep going? Is there going to be a better spot? Is there one going to be available? And I almost stopped at one, but decided this isn't really as good as I think it can be, so let's keep going, and was totally right and found this amazing spot. So calling this amazing place home. Got a great view of Grand Teton in the back. Check out that moose. He just stumbled into my campground early this morning. Oh my god. Huge big antlers. Hey, made it up to the incredible Paintbrush Divide. Really tough climb to get up here. Got to hang out at Lake Solitude for a little bit, but then from there it's a steep uphill climb. Took me like an hour and a half to climb the about like 1,800 feet or so, but it's just absolutely amazing. looking down at the Paintbrush Canyon. This is exactly where I'm heading, down in that valley. You can even see, I don't know if you can see, but I can see Jenny Lake all the way down. That's pretty much the end point before I start hiking out to the car. So amazing day so far, just absolutely stunning. The top of the Paintbrush Divide. All right, it's the end of day 4, last full day here in the Grand Tetons, and I finally found my campground at the lower Paintbrush Canyon. And pretty amazing day, about 7 miles, so nothing super long, but a lot of elevation change both up and down. I had a great time hanging out at Lake Solitude, and then climbing all the way up to the Paintbrush Divide was extraordinary. And then got to spend a little time down at Holly Lake, which was also really pretty. And then just going down and down the canyon until I found one of the spots that I can be in. So just another spectacular day here in the Grand Tetons. Tomorrow, just finishing it up. All right, good morning. It's the last day here in the Grand Tetons. Just left my campsite here in the lower Paintbrush Canyon, and going to be heading down to Jenny Lake, and then hiking all the way back to my car at Taggart Lake. Beautiful day. Just gonna chug out these miles, get back to the car. Been an amazing day, amazing night, amazing day to come, and we will update you at the finish line. All right, it's last day here in the Tetons, and I'm about 13 miles in at what's proved to be a very long day. I'm right here at the Bradley Lake, which is just one lake beyond Taggart Lake, which is where my car is. So I've got like 1 more hour to go, but it certainly proved to be a little bit more exhausting than I anticipated, but gonna finish strong. But had to document this really beautiful lake here. Whew. Long last day, but we finally made it here at the Taggart Lake parking lot. Much longer day than I anticipated. It took me all 6 hours to sort of finish this out, and over 15 miles to get from the lower Paintbrush Canyon all around Jenny Lake, and then up through to get to Bradley Lake and then down. So really excited I made it. It was tiring for sure, but spectacular trip here in the Grand Tetons. It's all over now. Solid at least 50 miles. Can't wait to figure out all the elevation game, but I'm sure it was a lot. So, incredible trip, and that is a wrap.